Oh, dude, it has like... There's
I
like
do
this...
smell it now.
There's this smell of winter
Yeah.
that exists.
Nope, I've got it.
And it's just a fire...
That's
it's
it.
just a fireplace.
Yep, that's it.
Well, hey, whoa,
Oh, hey, bud.
whoa. This is the first time that I'm half empty and you're full.
I was editing a YouTube video this morning, and I got a little carried away.
Now, I just put my coffee in the microwave for a second.
It's extremely hot.
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
And while I was in the microwave, I was glass, you know what I mean? I'm just like
watching it,
watching it, right? And then I was like, have we ever figured out if you can be next to your microwave?
They say you can get cancer from it.
Well, it's radiation.
Yeah.
But have we ever... It kind of seems like it's up in the air.
I wonder how close you can get to it, because that was one of the things when I was growing up, my grandma always warned us about. She was like, don't stand too close to the microwave. And she went out of her way. Like, if you went to my grandma's house, her microwave, like, she took it out of the wall where it was at.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was built into the wall, and she took it out, and she, like, put it on this shelf that was, like, you had to get, like, a stool to get up there to do it, because she was so scared of it. And so she would have to, like, climb up this little thing, put her food in there, close it, and then type it in, and she'd, like, run to the other room while it was, like, heating up. And I was like...
Like it's an X-ray?
Yeah, I was like, Grandma, like, you realize that you're going to eat the food. Like, it's got whatever you're doing to it, it's still got some stuff to it.
And then the guests would walk up, they'd get on the stool, they'd type in the number, and they'd just sit there.
Just look
in
at
the
it,
exact equivalent of where it would be on the ground.
Another thing, just brought up another funny thing, because I'm just like, now I'm just remember my grandparents, rest in peace. But, like, my grandpa used to, like, stand there, and he'd, like, boil stuff on the stove, and he would just stand there and stare at it. And, like, just, like, he'd be cooking, and he wouldn't have anything else to do, so he'd stand there and stare at it. My mom would come in, she'd be like, does it cook any faster if you look at it? He goes, Robin, shut up. It's like, shut up, Robin.
I'm old, okay?
Yeah,
I got nothing else to do.
I just remember hearing that the first time I was, like, sitting there, he's cooking, he's just, like, standing there staring at his eggs, boiling them. I was like, they cook any faster if you, like, stare at them? And my mom, he just goes, shut up, Robin.
There are those days where, like, I don't know, I don't need stimulation, where I do catch myself in just stupid moments where I'm just, like, just happy to be there. And just, like,
that's daily for me.
I'll just stare at the water. I'll wait for it. I got the patience to just wait for my water. Is it efficient? No.
You ever have those times where you're in the shower and you just stand there and you kind of forget you're in the shower? And you just gotta stand there?
And I don't, Scotty.
No? Oh, I've had
Typically,
those...
I have my eyes open, so I'm looking around. I am aware I'm in the shower.
See, normally it's like at the end of the day, if I'm just like, I've had like a long day, I'm exhausted, I'll be kind of like standing there like thinking about stuff. And then a good 4 or 5 minutes will go by and I'll be like, I haven't moved.
Like you're so deep in thought that like you could have gotten out of the shower.
Exactly.
Already,
Like I could have had these thoughts. Yeah, I could have had these
Yeah.
thoughts after the shower, but I just stand there and I just think.
I just think, oh, this is an elite question right now.
Sunday morning elite question.
No, this one's big. When you're in the shower, in what position do you stand? What's the weirdest position you stand in?
I've sat in the shower.
Okay, that's not weird.
I used to sit in the shower.
That's not weird because that's like a normal human being thing to do.
Yeah, I used to sit in the shower. Weirdest position.
How about I preface mine, and
Yeah,
then it
please.
gives you an idea of
Okay.
the honesty and the transparency here.
Okay.
So this ever says a little kid, okay? Standing up, like a cow. Standing up, and I go like this, I go.
Wow.
And I'm just I'm supporting my neck, right? My neck can just go. But imagine a grown-ass man, okay? Imagine a grown-ass man, ow. In the nude, of course. I typically don't take them, and just like this. Just by myself like this, just water on my head, a little splashy, and this is my vibe. Just, listen, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, if someone saw me right now, they probably wouldn't be in the shower with me.
I normally don't face the shower head. I normally face away from it. So I'll like...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That's me facing away from the shower head.
Yeah, okay. Well, I face away from the shower head, and then like I take that back, not always, but like the majority of the time I have like a smaller shower because I like to have like a bathtub as well. And so I do the lean. And so I'll like be in the shower, walls right here, and I'll just lean into it.
Really?
Yep, and I'll just stand there just like lean, just kind of just chilling, just do my thing, and then turn around, get on my front, lean the other way.
Okay.
I for some reason when I'm in water, I have to be stable.
You must be stable. It's slippery
And so it's just douche, like just slight angle, shoulder in.
Do you ever have the fear of like, you know how many people have died in showers?
I know.
And like you pass out and you just clip your head. And then
there's a lot of lips in the shower.
There's a lot.
And
Lips? What kind of lips?
Like lips.
There's no lips in my shower.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me.
I
mean, it's just these guys. That's about it.
It's been a while. It's been a while. I'm just imagining at this point.
Oh my god. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, dude. It's too early for jokes like that. 7:01. Oh, today's a late pod.
Today's a late pod.
Story time.
And then we have to leave for church here in an hour and 15.
So what happened was,
Yeah, talking about your finger.
I was cutting some tomatoes
Yes.
the other day, 2 nights ago,
Yes.
and I never cut my finger cutting. And as a matter of fact, I always think, I'm like, it's bound to happen soon. You know what I mean? And I can't keep a good track record forever.
No.
And I picked up Chef Scotty's knife, which isn't my, you know what I mean? It's not my home knife.
Mhm.
It's like when you're playing an away game. It's an away knife.
It is.
And it's very sharp. It's
Yeah.
maybe the sharpest knife in our kitchen.
Professional knife. Yeah.
God, I just picture it slicing through my finger. And I'm in a conversation and I'm cutting tomatoes. And
That's where you went wrong.
I just slid through one of them. Finger was a little deep. Just took a nice. It just, you know, when you can feel a blade going into you.
Yep.
I was actually more so impressed. Rather than feeling pain, I was impressed with how quickly and how easily it just scalpeled through my skin. And I immediately did the classic, like when I cut myself, I always just close it.
Well, it was the comment first. It was like, just slice, talking. I just cut myself.
I didn't want to interrupt.
It was
I didn't
so-
want to interrupt the conversation.
You were in the middle. You were in the middle of your statement, whatever you were doing. And he was like, "Yeah, I just cut myself."
Yeah, of course.
It
We had
was
to finish it.
It was so funny because it just stopped and everybody was like, "Are you okay?" You're like, "Yeah, no, it's bad."
Yeah, it's one of those where I knew it was terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
I had closed it and I was prepared to talk about it.
Yeah.
And so the problem with this one was it had chunked off my finger. Like
Mhm.
it had a flap. You know, when you have a flap, it's not good.
Nope.
That means our attachment points they're slim.
That is true.
If it's just one slit,
You're
all the way
fine.
to the bone, you can just hold it.
Chilling.
Hold it shut, wait 10
Super
minutes.
glue.
You barely even need the super glue.
No.
It'll just close itself.
Yep.
So we go into, long story short, I make some sort of little cast, and then it's a mess, and then I super glue it. Finally, that actually works, and then this morning I wake up at 5:40 something, and my Band-Aid fell off in the shower. When my Band-Aid falls off, you know it's time for a revamp of
Yep.
the surgical sutures.
Oh, 100%.
Sutures, that's a cool word. And so I re-super glued my finger, and it's good as new.
It's good as new.
Remember with the cast on it? It looked really funny to flip people. It wasn't a cast. We built like this little hockey tape. It looked just like a cast though.
Mhm.
It was white hockey tape and paper towel, and it literally just looked like it looked like the classic movie cast for a finger.
How about that meal though?
Oh, I don't know though. I think the meal last night was
night
even
beat
better.
it out.
Yeah.
Last night beat out a lot. Yeah, last night I was impressed.
Well, last night did, but I just something about a PB&J burger. For
Oh
me.
no, it's different
just
meals.
hits me in the
Different
heart.
meals entirely, but yeah.
Like last night, we had a friend giving
friend giving.
with one friend.
I was so thank.
You were so thank last night. And Scotty made prime rib,
Yeah.
Minnesota
Minnesota
potatoes. Sweet
Sweet
potatoes,
potatoes.
and some collard greens.
No.
That's what you call them. Anytime there's a medley of vegetables on Thanksgiving,
It's Brussels sprouts and asparagus.
those are collard greens.
You know what?
Collars and co-greens.
Collard greens. Shout out, just on Shark Tank. Collard greens are an actual thing, though.
No.
Yeah,
It's just a bunch of greens.
Yeah, that's just a mixed veggie.
It's a medley.
It's a medley.
That's all I call it.
We had a veggie medley.
Collard green is just a veggie medley. It's the
Even-
same thing.
Even though collard green is an actual plant.
There's a plant called a collard green.
Yes, that's what it is.
No.
Yes.
What? We had collard greens last night. Don't listen to Scotty.
We did
And
not.
I felt immediately as we started this meal that I was in Thanksgiving mode.
It
like,
was.
That meal
Yep.
touches my palate, sends a signal to my brain, and says go time. Which I don't normally eat like that at regular meals.
You just, I thought you were gonna go a different way with it, where you're just like, you take a bite and you look up, and you're like, where's my family?
I look up and go, I'm so thankful.
I'm so thankful.
I just
So
taste
thankful.
prime rib. Wow. I'm
thankful.
gracious
I'm
right now.
So thankful.
Thanksgiving meals. What's your favorite
Slap.
Thanksgiving meal? What's your favorite? I was gonna say attribute, but that's not the right word. Your favorite department? What's your favorite department of a
My
Thanksgiving
favorite
meal?
department of the Thanksgiving meal. I don't think you can have just one. I think I think the meal is like the meal is what makes it.
All right, how about this? What's your favorite two?
Oh,
If you
okay.
could pair only two
Only two?
from every Thanksgiving meal ever,
Prime rib and sweet potatoes.
prime rib and mac and cheese.
Mm. Okay, but see, like what we talked about last night. My favorite thing in the world is not the Thanksgiving meal itself. It's the next day and the next like 4 days after that, where
Yeah.
you get to take all the leftovers, grab 2 slices of bread, and make sandwiches.
Dude, I've never done that. So.
Oh my gosh, you are missing.
I know. I'm gonna
out.
have to do that.
You,
this year.
you got to go get some sourdough because I mean you're not gonna be here, so I can't do it for you. But
Well, you'll get a Snapchat on the 25th.
oh, good. But like you got to get 2 pieces of sourdough. You
Sourdough.
Sourdough or rye.
Sourdough rye seems thankful.
Sourdough,
I don't see any.
Rye is a very thankful
Yeah,
bread.
I don't see any thankfulness in
Or
a sourdough.
Or if you want to go really crazy, Hawaiian rolls.
That's what actually, you know
Those
what?
are-
Because that's a Thanksgiving side.
Those are really good.
Like,
too.
ain't nobody eating a sourdough on the side of their Thanksgiving meal.
There are some people who do that.
For what?
It's just a good bread. But you just like, but what you do is you open it up. One side, you spread on cranberry sauce. Other side, I know.
Okay.
Other side, put on some gravy.
Okay.
You then stack your turkey.
Yeah.
Put some stuffing on it.
Fair.
Sweet potato on top of that.
Do that.
A little bit more gravy.
Maybe some prime rib.
If you want to go
Wait,
out.
I'm gonna make a prime rib sandwich. Fuck that. Turkey?
Dude,
No.
But you gotta make two different ones. Make a turkey slider and then make a prime rib one.
I'll do one roll, and I'll cut it in half, and it'll be turkey and prime rib.
Turkey.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm putting both on.
Dude,
It's a turkey rib.
That is a rib. I was gonna say
Oh,
ribeye, but
You sound like a frog. It's a ribbit.
It's like a boat starting. But yeah, no. You get one of those sandwiches, I promise you will fall over.
Shit.
Yes.
Both figuratively and literally.
Yes. That is.
I will say, though, the thing about Thanksgiving leftovers that get me, because I'm a big leftover guy.
Same.
Like, for example, leftover pizza is one of the greatest things in the world. Pizza actually gets better day 2. It's a day 2 food. Day 1, it's great. But day 2 pizza in the air fryer, that's how they should have made it. You know what pizza place should do? They should make a pizza. Leave it in the kitchen for a little bit.
Let it hang out.
Pop her in the fridge, and the next day, when you order that pizza, that's when they go put it in the air fryer for you.
I still remember the first time I found out how they make fried rice so good.
Oh boy, what is it?
It's the rice from yesterday,
Okay.
and they leave it out. And so it gets like hard and like sticky, and then they use that in the fried rice. That's why when you make like fresh rice, it never comes, and you do like
It's
fried
too
rice,
soft.
it's too soft, and so it always like comes out really gross. But if you do it with leftover rice, it's sticky.
I've got a theory here.
Tear it up.
I think that only applies to some places. And I could tell you, hear me out. The one place I don't think they do that is authentic Chinese places, because I've noticed that authentic Chinese restaurants' fried rice is very soft.
I don't know, man.
And that's what I don't like about it. I enjoy the process you're talking about, like the hibachi rice.
Yeah,
It's got a little crunch to it. It's got like a grill.
It's that you can taste yesterday.
But you ever get that fried rice where it shows up and there's no crisp on it? It's like that's just like, okay, Din Tai Fung, my favorite Chinese food in the planet. Their fried rice is good, but it's like they cooked it in the microwave. That sounds really offensive, but it's true. It doesn't have there's no char, and the rice is very soft. And to me, that's not a fried rice.
You know, like always.
That's just a rice.
There's some foods that like are super good, but what they call them kind of like throws you off a little bit. I remember the first time someone was like, "I'll have a side of sticky rice," and I was like, "What the fuck, what's sticky rice?" But apparently that's sushi rice.
Yeah.
But they make it with like vinegar and all that stuff, so it makes it really sticky. And so
Wait, they make this vinegar and sushi rice? It doesn't taste like this vinegar.
I know, but that's how they make it sticky. And like
Vinegar is sticky?
it makes it sticky, yes. But like I just remember the first time somebody ever made it, and they were just like, "Yeah, I'll have a side of sticky rice." I was like, "That sounds terrible. Like that's sticky rice."
You don't want them to put sticky in your rice.
I don't.
Just
Yeah,
order the normal
anything,
rice.
any food that has sticky in it.
Tell you what, you want sticky rice? Be a dick to the waitress. She'll
yeah,
give you some
yeah,
sticky
she'll
rice.
spit in it. for
Let me
you.
tell you.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have some sticky rice.
Yeah, spit. That's what I was thinking. Spit was what I was thinking.
Hey, we're a wholesome channel. Good.
That's what I said. Spit. That's why I'm reinforcing what I
good.
was
No,
as
I'm-
well
I'm
thinking
gl- I'm,
as
no,
you.
I'm glad you're clarifying.
Oh, dude, I had a thought this morning when I woke up. I was like, we're gonna talk about this on the pod, and then I was like, and then we got on the pod, and then I was like, oh. Lately, so we didn't film a pod yesterday.
No,
We had our first audio mix-up,
we did.
which resulted in, which actually, that's a good topic, is one of the only things that gets me angry is electronics, so remind me to talk about that. But
Okay.
I immediately ordered a new microphone, so this might be the last pod with this microphone.
Rest in peace.
I love Rode Mic as a company. I think they're one of the greatest onboard mic companies, but I think the Rode Pro was an L for them. I think they took an L. Any microphone that you need to click an on button every time you use it, that's an L in my mind.
Also, I'm not a big fan of microphones that you have to charge or get a battery for.
It should just run off camera power.
Exactly.
Charging, though, I'm still okay with it because you're not going to mess up. It could die on you,
Yeah.
but you're not going to mess up on audio for the most part.
True.
This little son of a bee, God, I've lost so much good footage with it. And it's like, I've tried so desperately to build a habit, but it's like building a habit that's based upon your lack of consciousness. So I'm trying to use consciousness on something that only goes wrong when I don't have consciousness. Does that make sense? It's like I'm trying to be conscious that I need to turn it on, but the only time it doesn't work is when I don't do that. So it's like I try to make a habit of it, and I take L's.
Is there a electronic product that you're just absolutely blown away by?
Like that, it's just super impressive.
It's just impressive, but you kind of like you're just blown away by how it works and how it functions, and you're like, how is this like? Why doesn't everything have this level of quality?
Wow.
I can start.
Oh, please do.
I have a pair of, you've seen me when I edit and I go to the gym and stuff. I have a pair of those Sony over-ear headphones, like the over-ear muffs. And I think I've charged those one time since I've bought them.
I've got products like that, yeah.
I've had those for over a year and a half. And you've seen me use those religiously. I haven't charged them since we've moved in here.
Is that
once.
a true thing?
I'm not even kidding, I've never plugged them in. And they're still at like half battery.
How?
I don't know, but it's like, that's why the other day when we were going to the gym, I grabbed those and I was like, I think I'm going to grab my other headphones just to be safe, because I've never charged these, and it hit me the other day. I was like, I don't remember the last time I plugged these things in, but they're still good, and I looked at like the charging level on my phone, still in the green.
I've got a theory. Are they high quality?
Extremely.
I was going to say, you know, it'd be funny as if a company was like, you know what? We've got this much room to make a headphone. We're going to sacrifice 85% of the quality. We're going to make these little mini headphones in there that are going to project noise, and then we're going to spend the other 85% and just put battery shit in.
Dude, those things are absolutely incredible. Sony knocked it out of the park, because every time I put those things on now, I'm like, because I almost, at this point, I'm not going to charge them. I'm going to see how long I can take them.
Oh, you have to.
I want to know it's going to be like next Christmas. I'm going to put them on and I'm going to be like, damn it.
Scotty has no idea that they're solar, and he goes on runs or something all the time, and they're just always charging.
Always
going.
What the fuck? Exactly.
That's actually really impressive.
It's incredible.
Because AirPods last like one workout sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. And like I just know though, like I'm the guy who's gonna like, I'm gonna be in a situation where I really need them. I'm gonna be like on a plane going to LA next month, and all of a sudden they're just gonna be like, doom, doom. And I'm just like,
you let me down.
All right.
And then they're gonna go, doom, doom, and they're gonna turn back on.
Come back. They're like, one more go.
We've got this.
We got this. We can't.
And one more try for them is like 3 weeks of battery.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. They're like, we're gonna get you to LA, get you back, and then we're gonna have a couple of maybe like a week or two.
That's like my brother's Jetta. He's got a Volkswagen. This is why we're Volkswagen diehards. My brother's Jetta has.
By the way, congratulations on your new car.
Thank you.
I don't think we've said that yet.
We can talk about it after.
Okay.
We've got 2 things to talk about now.
Yes.
New car. My frustrations with electronics.
Cool.
My brother's Jetta is like it's like the halo car for why we enjoy Volkswagens. Like, we have a group called Jetta Gang, because at one point we all had Jettas, all of us. I had an 04, my brother has like a 2014, our friends had like 2014s, but they got so many recalls on them that they somehow gave them some big rebate that was going on, and they bumped up to GLIs, which are like the fancy Jettas, and it's just this big gang of Jettas, right? My brother's Jetta has 280,000 miles on it.
Love it.
Keep in mind, those are Japanese numbers, right?
I love it.
Those are Honda numbers.
Yep.
Those are Toyota numbers.
Yeah, that's not a German number.
That's not a German number right there. And he has gotten there with absolutely no issues.
That's incredible.
He's actually had issues, and the car, this is my whole point here, it just fixes itself.
Yep.
It's like when he has an issue, we don't even worry about it, because next day, it's gone. It's like there's a team in his car of little mechanics.
It's like shaking. He gets out at the end of the night. He's like, don't worry, bud. We got this.
She'll be fine.
Come back tomorrow. No, we'll have it ready for you.
It's like when you reset something on like the Wi-Fi.
I love it.
Why does resetting power buttons the most efficient way of fixing electronics these days?
See, like, it's always like the old electronics do that. The new ones don't really do that anymore. Like, our washer and dryer.
It works perfectly right now.
Does it?
Yeah.
I couldn't get heat out of that thing for the past 4 days.
I ran a load, did it yesterday first try.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you use?
The settings I told you to use that you didn't use.
The low on the delicate on low. I'd use that. It didn't do anything.
It just doesn't like it closed then.
It did not do shit.
Well, you reset it. Have you used it since?
Yes.
Because you reset it, and I think that was your first successful load. But it was
I haven't had a successful load.
You haven't dried clothes yet?
Dude, literally my clothes are hanging in my room right now because they're wet.
My clothes are on my bed dry as fuck.
Nope.
Hey, just give me your next load, and I'll handle it.
Yeah, that dryer. Yeah, I don't want to talk to that dryer.
Yeah, my luck will go through, and I'll be like, here's your dry
for
clothes.
for some reason the dryer hates me and he won't let me in the door. So I'm just like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let my buddy go in.
The best part is we have washer and dryer issues, and they both didn't work for you, and they both worked for me.
I know.
One go.
Yeah.
I have a load in there right now. Bet you we go downstairs. She's dry.
You know what it is? It's because I'm not really in the vicinity, so it's like you're neighbors with it, so they know you.
They sense.
I go upstairs and they're just like, I don't know who this guy is, so we're not gonna let his shit go. You know?
I get that.
Yeah, you're literally across the street.
Electronics make me very angry. Okay, we've had some conversation on the pod about my lack of anger towards the world.
Yes.
it puzzles me. I don't even really know what makes me mad. Things will make me mad for a second, and I'm like, really over it.
Yeah.
I'll actually know. I'll like almost feel anger. I'm like, oh wait, we don't get mad. Oh wait, we don't give a fuck. But there's one thing that fucking gets me, and it's in 2022 when the most like modern electronics in the world that can fucking do everything and anything.
That was a weird look.
I got a text.
Got a weird text?
I was like, what's up? Have issues. It's like what the fuck you, and it's stupid issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my last freakouts. I was in, and also I think it's because my work revolves around it. So it's like the utensil I use for work. Like if I was a race car driver and my car was having problems, I'd be like, fuck you, car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's figure this out. I was in Hawaii. This is a while. I'm like, the last time I was mad was 4 years ago.
In the greatest place on earth.
It was about 3 years ago, maybe 4.
Yep.
And my computer was just doing it, and I was working, and it was just giving it to me.
Okay.
I was having some problems. I don't remember what it was. It was either crashing over and over again. I'm just like, I just had bought it. I think it was a brand. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And I got really frustrated, and so I have a video somewhere on my phone of me absolutely swinging at pillows, because I was like, well, I'm gonna get my anger out. I was in that mode. I'm like, I'm so angry right now that punching things would feel so good, and so I should probably punch pillows.
Okay.
And so I lined up. I took a couple seconds to calm myself down to create a nice DIY boxing gym.
Okay.
In which I had someone actually film this, you know what I mean, for memories. And I just was going, dude. And I could feel my anger towards all electronics just leaving my hands into these pillows. And at those pillows now, the next person who slept on them was angry.
Just had hate.
They were just like, what is wrong with me? And it was just all my anger in the pillows that was just absolutely ruining their day.
Transferred all of your energy into a pillow.
Dude, it is, I don't know what it is, but electronics, just, they should work.
You know what gets me?
What gets you?
Is cellular service.
Right.
Like, how is it that I can stay here? I just spit everywhere, sorry.
It's alright, I caught it.
Yeah, I'm glad. Hello. How is it that I can sit here, have great service, like I can talk on my phone, I can do whatever I want to, easy. I go up to where we bought your car the other day, the little bar on the top just goes like, we're gonna take a break here for a while. It just
goes flaccid.
It just dips, and it's like there's nothing there, and then it's like you try to go on your phone, and nothing works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if I was stranded up here, like, I'm in
If I was stranded
I'm in North Scottsdale.
at the Penske dealerships off Scottsdale Road right now,
I would be so fucked. Like, there is like, I have no service up there. And then I like talked to someone else. I was like, you have service? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, how the fuck does that work? Like,
what provider do you have?
The worst, it is T-Mobile.
They probably had Verizon.
Yeah, they probably did, because I had Verizon before. I had no issues with them, except for the fact that I was paying like $700 a month for everybody's phone. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll jump down and I'll still have decent service. No.
Matter of fact, you said you were switching to Verizon soon, and you have failed to do so.
I need to do that
Maybe
today.
That's
That's an activity today, yes. But like, no, that is, it just baffles me. It's like, why can't we just have one global thing? Like Elon. Like, come on, dude. Like, just
He is building a phone.
I know he is. Like,
That's what he's using.
I know he is.
Not Neuralink.
I cannot whatever.
Starlink.
Yeah, it's like Elon's gonna take. Like, I will give Elon all my money.
He's gonna win.
I know he is. Like, there's no doubt.
I mean, you can use his service right now. It's just really expensive.
Exactly. The second he releases it like globally, and it like takes like a little bit of like I don't have to pay $700 a month for it, then it's like down. I'm in, because
Everyone's going to.
And I will be there for the rest of my life. I will watch T-Mobile sink happily. I will watch AT&T go dig its own grave happily. Verizon, you were nice.
Verizon, we hope you kind of survive.
I hope you kind of.
We'll still use you for Wi-Fi until Elon's Wi-Fi is better.
Exactly. I hope you pivot. But like, dude, like, I don't understand how that stuff works. Like, why can't you just get that shit right? Like, a dead zone? I'd rather be dead.
It's 2020. Oh my God, Scotty.
Like,
Mr. Grace over here.
Know, yeah,
last time Scotty's saying, bro, there's nothing in this world that could make me ungrateful. And besides cell service, the most basic utensil.
Well, it's like it's like what you said. Like, my phone is, and I hate to say, it's like my phone. It doesn't run my life, but it is my tool.
No, of course.
I use it for everything. Like, I have to be on calls like every hour. Like, I'm constantly on my phone texting people and texting clients and doing all that stuff. That's
on Tinder.
Exactly. Just watching the girls. You know, like, it's just it's my thing. Like, I have to have it for like my life. And so, and it's a sad thing to say. I wish I didn't have to, but that just, like, I just don't get it. And
I love how they keep going up in numbers.
yeah,
Like, we're going to be at 6G soon.
I know.
We haven't, the Gs aren't doing shit.
No, you got to
little-
5G and it didn't do shit.
5G's just a exaggerated 3G.
Exactly. You just didn't want to be even.
And then also, you know those days where your phone says you have 5G, but
You
you can't
don't.
even load Instagram?
Yeah.
The fuck you mean?
And let's talk about this. For some reason on T-Mobile, like when you get to a place up there, it says E.
Empty.
I'm empty.
End.
End.
Lacking service.
End. Like there's no like what does E mean?
Oh, it means end your contract
Yeah.
with us and get Verizon.
Or if you're standing out here dealing with this, you're going to end your life here pretty
yeah.
soon.
And
Like,
that's why you
it's-
have, with Verizon, you've got 5, get Verizon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what the G stands
That's
for.
it. You know what? That's it. No, it is absolutely terrible. LTE shouldn't even be. I don't even know what that's. I can't even tell you.
It just means lit.
It's just not.
Your service right now is lit.
It's not though.
but it's not lit.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on LTE plenty of times and it just shits the bed.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
It's like, okay, listen, if
It
you're
means
gonna
nothing.
if you're gonna lack service, don't lie to me.
Oh, 100%.
Don't tell me we've got it.
Yeah. No.
That
if
gets
I,
me.
If I have full bars and it takes 50 seconds for anything to load and then it says failed, I know I'm not in full bars.
I'm gonna have a Gary Vee moment right now.
Hit
I
it.
want you guys to clip this for me.
Clip it.
In 10 years from now,
Yes.
we're gonna make fun of the fact that at one point in our lives we didn't have service. Like,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you remember back in the day when we couldn't get service?
Yeah.
I swear on my life, in 10 that's me being nice.
Dude, it's gonna be like 3 years.
Yeah.
It's not even gonna be 3 years. It's gonna be the same exact feeling that when you look back now and you're like, do you remember when phones used to be connected to a wall? Like, it's the same feeling. Like,
Charging will be permanently wireless in the next 2 decades.
And also, it's
and that's
like-
me again being extreme.
it's also going. Do you remember when every house had a house phone?
Of course, a home phone. Remember
Yeah.
our little book with all the phone numbers?
I know.
You
Like-
get a new homie's phone number, like, Mom,
People don't get that.
throw the shit in the
Yeah,
book.
these kids these days, they're never gonna understand that. They're
Uh-uh.
like, and then if you wanted to talk to your friend, it was like, Mom, can I use the phone?
Yeah, but you know what we didn't understand as kids? How people could not have a phone.
Exactly, or like rotary dial things.
Yeah. Pagers.
Ooh.
Mom, what's
I
a
was
pager?
I was at the end of the pager stage.
No, you experienced pagers?
Mhm.
You old fart.
Pagers and Blackberries.
Well, Blackberries were not in the pager era.
They came out.
They're a cell phone. They're actually a nicer cell phone.
They were. I remember the brick
Like
ones.
Nokia was making cell phones far before BlackBerry
Do you remember
existed.
Bluetooths?
Of course.
Oh my gosh.
Scotty.
Did you have a Bluetooth?
No, every once in a while I see someone with one.
Really?
I've seen them recently.
If you're wearing a Bluetooth in the
Get a
AirPod age,
fucking
get the hell
AirPod.
out of here.
Go
bud.
buy an
Fuck
AirPod.
you. Who are you?
It's an AirPod that doesn't listen to music.
It's always that guy who's like, it's the guy who's wearing his glasses inside, and then he like tries to overcorrect his posture to like over dominate people, and so he's like really far back,
Probably speaks in a fake British accent.
always looking up, like
Hello.
hello,
Sorry.
hello,
Hello.
hello. Oh,
John,
God.
just talk fucking
John,
normal. What are you doing?
Okay, you work at Geico.
I'm
we
on the
get it.
Bluetooth.
I'm on the Bluetooth.
Okay, great
Uh,
concept for today's pod.
Hit it.
That invented Bluetooth. That is, like, our idea of Bluetooth is not that. We
No.
have another Bluetooth.
Yeah. It's
That's
the
where
connection.
Bluetooth comes from.
Yeah, it's the connection.
Because that was the connection of the Bluetooth.
Yeah, and it never worked.
I never had one. I don't know.
It was awful.
My parents had one.
I remember I tried it one time, and I was like, hello, and I talked to my grandma for like 25 minutes, and all we got out was hello.
No.
That was it.
Bluetooth's come along.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's another piece of electronic device that doesn't fucking work for shit. AirDrop.
AirDrop is the most
Be nice.
it is the most beautiful thing
Yeah.
that does not work.
It doesn't work half the time.
Like it's great when it works. It's like this is phenomenal. But the majority of the time you're like, the fuck doesn't my
You're like,
AirDrop
wow, I
work?"
got that so quick. The next
Yeah.
one, you're like, what do you want from me? What am I not doing?
What am I waiting for?
Reset, turn off phone, reset, try it again. Fuck.
And then when it comes up and it says waiting, what the fuck am I waiting for? Who are you waiting on?
The electronics to figure out what they are.
Yeah, what are you waiting for?
I don't know what I am anymore.
Yeah,
Am I iPhone?
Just go. You don't have to wait. You don't need permission. Go.
Listen, you know how I don't like people with cats?
Yes.
I don't like people with Androids even more.
Same.
Now, I want the Android users out there, I'm sorry for that, to comment down below if your guy's little version, I'm sure you have some sort of gimmicky AirDrop,
Exactly.
if it works better than ours. And I know you're going to biasly say yes, but be honest.
Yeah.
'Cause-
They do have that thing on Android where you touch the phones and it sends.
Oh, I know.
That's
But
kinda
does it
cool.
work, though?
I don't know.
What
but
I
that's
see is
cool.
just like, ding,
Yeah.
ding,
It's like,
ding, 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 fucking send.
oh hey Jordan, yeah. Did you get the invite? You didn't? Oh
No.
here.
No, I still don't got it. So, and I just cracked. All the
And just-
Android users' screens are cracked. So I'm
Exactly.
just trying to
They're like-
fucking.
and everybody around you is like, those guys are really buddies, just like fist bumping all the time.
They're like, oh, nope.
Oh,
Android.
Nope, that's it.
You don't trust an Android user.
Never.
That's such a.
If
You know what it
have
is?
a green, if and it's even worse. Like if you're talking to a girl, and if I'm texting you,
I won't talk to a girl with a green text. Just doesn't happen.
dude, talking about red flags.
No, I would not get into a relationship with a girl with green text.
I'm not even saying no. I'm just saying that's the red flag that shuts down the conversation. If I text you and it goes green, you're not getting another text.
You better not a fucking service.
You better call me.
That shit better turn blue in the next 5 minutes.
That's what I am saying.
Yeah, you know better yet. You better FaceTime me in the next 5 minutes. And if you can't do that, I'm done.
And I swear to God, if you send me a Google Meet,
Oh,
I am just gonna block you out of my life.
I'm
so
sure.
quick.
Listen, we're not going to be naive here. I'm sure they've got some little FaceTime between Android users. Now,
Yeah, Google Meet.
now you're limited to 0.1% of the population.
Yeah, exactly. It's you and like some lady in Taiwan.
By the way, this is a gripe. If you Google the statistics of iPhone to Android users, it will lie straight to your fucking face and tell you that it's. I think it'll say there's more Android users. What a fucking lie!
That's either a lie or there's just more people using used iPhones.
What do you mean?
Like, they're not like because I think those statistics are people who buy like brand new.
No.
Because-
It's
really?
just iPhone to Android.
There's no way.
No, not even. Listen, I know realistically,
Go home.
in person, I'd say this is actually a really good question. Like, how many people do you think you know? I probably know,
Mhm.
like, people that I communicate with at least once a year. 200, 300 people? Maybe 2 of them have an Android.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2%. No, that's actually like that's very low. 0.3%.
I will go out of my way right now to state this fact that 2 of the closest people in my life have Androids.
Their
And-
parents.
My dad transferred over to iPhone. He is an iPhone man.
And your mom.
My mom is an Android person.
They should get it.
My sister is an iPhone, or is a Android person.
Yeah.
The amount of times that they text me and I just don't answer because I see green and I'm
I
like,
wouldn't.
no.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, no. I've honestly thought about switching my last name because of this.
That is, you know what it is? You might as well wear a T-shirt that says "I'm stubborn."
100%.
Most stubborn people in the world, Android users.
Yeah.
There's different levels of stubborn, right? And I like to say that, like, you saying that you're not stubborn when you're at least a little bit stubborn, or like at least I know you're stubborn to some extent, and you now tell me you're not stubborn at all.
Mhm.
I know I just bumped you all the way up in the scale. That to me is max.
Yeah.
My mother, I'm gonna call you out right now. Most stubborn human being I know
Mhm.
will look me dead in the eye and tell me I'm not stubborn. Oh God, you're so far deep, right?
Mhm.
The next step up is an Android user.
Mhm.
They don't like their fucking phone. They're just trying to be hipster as fuck.
If you have a Android, you might as well have a cat.
They probably do.
You probably do, and it's just that's. So,
And if you've got a cat and an Android,
oh,
I don't
dude,
trust
I
you.
don't- you just gotta get a fish, and you're the worst person on the planet.
this isn't an opinionated podcast we run here.
Hey.
But listen, is this not the majority opinion? Yes.
Yes. No. 100%.
Statistically, it will say no. They are full of absolute shit.
Yeah. But I mean,
Samsung only survives based off, and what a great company.
Great
let me
TVs.
be. Phenomenal TVs, phenomenal monitors, phenomenal fridge, phenomenal anything but phones.
yeah.
They just copy iPhones.
And like, have you ever gotten? I don't know if they fixed it, but do you remember when, like, for some reason Samsung can't figure out or couldn't figure out Snapchat for the longest time? If you took a Snapchat on a Android,
What happened?
the blurriest Snapchat, and the person who was shooting it apparently had great quality, but when they uploaded it, there was like a disconnect. Like the service just didn't work.
And I'll be clear here, Samsung. And listen, Samsung, I love you. So don't. If you watch this, you're like, oh, we can never work with him. No, I just will never work with you guys on a phone,
Just send me a
despite
fridge.
how much money you send me. That
Yes.
I will not. I literally swear on my entire life, if I got a $500,000 contract tomorrow to promote a Samsung phone, and I had to use it, I'm not doing it.
I would use it for like
No.
as a frisbee.
I wouldn't use it.
Yeah, no, I'd
But I will give it to them.
Mhm.
On the contrary, their cameras better than
phenomenal
iPhone.
cameras. Yes, phenomenal.
iPhone cameras are absolute dog shit.
Yes.
This is actually, you know what's the saddest thing about where iPhone is today is we're on like we've done like 8 iPhones in the past fucking 2 years, and all we've done is add circles on the back.
Yeah.
It's like really, it seems like there's Apple, right, and they create these great products, and the iPhone team is probably a majority of their company, right, and that team, they're all photographers,
Yes.
and all they've done in 5 years is focus on the one thing that doesn't fucking do work for shit on here.
Also, on this newest one, why does it switch cameras? Like,
What does that even mean?
When you're getting super close to things, and like it does that little shift, like it I will show you later. It does that all the time. On the new phones,
Just pulls up one of the other circles.
it just literally, it'll like, if you get too close to something, it'll change to the other one.
Connect to circle 2.
No, it's just so stupid. It'll be like, you'll zoom in on something, and all of a sudden it'll just go, boop, and it'll shift.
You ever see those memes where it's just the back of an iPhone? It's just a million
Yeah.
circles on it.
It's going to be.
It's like, bro, okay. I distinctly remember
Mhm.
the iPhone 5.
I remember the
Release.
iPhone 1.
No, I know, but hear me out. The iPhone 5.
Mhm.
iPhone 4 was exciting.
Yep.
The iPhone 5 was the metal back.
Yep.
Went from like that glass back to metal back, which ironically I think we're back on a glass back, are we not?
Yeah.
Whatever. And then the iPhone 6 was
Mhm.
a huge jump. The excitement I felt in the Apple Store when those dropped,
Mhm.
it was one of the best days of the year. I would watch every video on them. I would just holding them was so exciting.
Mhm.
What the fuck happened when they hit like the 8?
Yeah.
They just gave up.
Do you remember when they had the iPhone Mini or whatever that came out, where it was
Yeah.
like all the weird colors,
Uh-huh.
and all it was we just kind of threw a color on there, like,
And they brought up like an older iPhone.
yeah, exactly. It's like, what? Like, you guys ran out of ideas? Like the idea guy fell off. That
You
way?
can buy like the 5 now. They have like this like
know.
newer 5.
I know. One opinion that I have about Samsung it's kind of neat, is they have that folding phone.
Gimmick.
It's a gimmick, but it's kind of neat. Like, it's like,
That's cool.
it's cool. That's literally
To
all
look
I can
at.
give- Yeah.
Not to
like,
use.
No.
You don't want to use it.
No, like, and I've never like held one personally, but like remember I saw the actual screen fold, and I was like, kind of cool. Like,
If I'm getting a foldy screen,
yeah,
I'm buying a Motorola Razr.
I will happily go back to like the Razr days.
You know how fun it is to type when the number has little letters on it?
Do you know how fun
And you're
it
like,
is?
ding, ding, ding.
Do you know how fun it is to type when all of the letters are coming out of the phone and they just fall out? My Razr was a shithole. Like, I remember
dude,
that so
we've got
much.
a pink pristine Razr laying around somewhere.
Do you?
That thing's worth 100
Oh,
racks.
I had my silver one, and I remember like at
Oh,
one
that's a
point,
good color.
I remember I hit the 5 one time, and it just like, my thumb went in, and it came out, and the 5 just went, I'm just gonna
It
take
was
off.
stuck with your finger.
Yeah, he just kind of like, I'm just gonna take off for a
and then
little
you
while.
put your finger back in. Go
Yeah,
back in
and
there.
I was like, I now have to super glue this to my thumb, so that when I hit 5,
super glue.
there you go. So when I'm texting, I have to like put it in there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not off the whole Apple topic yet. I'm just still frustrated. Like if there's an Apple person watching this right now, figure it out.
Exactly.
You know what's the best theory to me? And I used to believe in this so much when iPhones were cool, was that they had the next 5 iPhones planned. They don't got shit planned. They don't even have the next one planned, and all they're gonna do is add another circle because they're gonna fucking panic.
Yeah.
I saw the best TikTok, and I don't know his name, so I forget. He's a really popular TikToker. And he was doing this video, and he was like, he was supposed to be like an Apple employee on vacation. And he was like the head designer, and he was like, hey, oh fuck, that's tomorrow? It was like the new iPhone. He goes, okay, go to my desk, grab that model. Yeah, and he's like, just like, I don't know, he's like, just say that like, we add another camera. I swear to God, they never notice. And he's like, he just makes that comment, and he goes, yeah, bro, like, just do this, and they're like, don't worry about it. They'll never fucking know. And he's like, they'll be all stoked that it's like got a new camera or some shit. I'm just like, that is so true.
I remember being, and I didn't fall into it, but I've now got like the big iPhone. Like, you remember when phones just got huge?
Massive.
Like, all of a sudden you're like, what is this? Like,
my first smartphone.
It was dope, but like, you were like, now I have to buy bigger pants. Like,
now I need a purse.
yeah, that's what I was.
Someone
like,
get me a purse.
I was like, now I have this thing. Now I have an like before your phone is just like it's a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have
It's a tablet.
I have a weapon.
Yes.
Like, I now have a book. I now have like literally like I would rather carry so many other things than this. And somebody in fashion, when you're walking around with something this big, like you'll notice now, it's always in my back pocket. I never carry this in my front
It's
pocket.
not going in my front pocket.
Never.
I have the smaller one. It's
Yeah.
still not going in my front pocket.
Never. It's either in my back pocket, I'll wear my satchel.
Or I'll hold it.
Or, exactly, I'll hold it.
I was walking into somewhere yesterday and I was holding my phone. Oh, I can almost picture it. I don't remember. I was walking somewhere, holding my phone. I'm not putting it in my pocket.
No.
That looks ridiculous.
That's so stupid. You have a square in your leg.
You know what honestly might just be the move? Is just getting cell service on your MacBook and just carrying it. That's a nice feeling.
At
A
this
MacBook
point,
on your
yes.
side?
Yes.
In your hand?
Yes.
Beautiful.
There's like another thing with their Apple Watches. Like,
Useless.
absolutely useless.
They're gimmicks.
They're gimmicks as hell, and it's like, dude, like you're trying, like, and for somebody like me, it hit me the other day, like I stopped wearing my Apple Watch because it literally, like, I was the guy who's like, I'm trying to get away from my phone a little bit more.
It's right there.
It's just on you. It's even worse because it will let you know the second somebody texts you, the second anything happens, all of your notifications. Like, and I was like, I was watching somebody the other day, and he was like, it was one of those millionaire guys that we watch. He goes, I bought this last year. He goes, I'd rather wear my Rolex because it doesn't tell me what my phone's telling me.
Yeah.
And I was like, fair point.
Rich people things.
Yeah.
I'd rather wear my Rolex.
Wear my Rolex. I don't know why he's British, but he's like,
Of course you would.
Yeah, he's a super
What's a
white-
Rolex?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. A Rolex is just a great piece of machinery.
You know what the coolest use I've ever found for my Apple Watch, which I almost entirely bought one? I was wifed up, so you like contact with your woman.
Yep.
And I was surfing a lot. And I could take calls. I've taken calls in the lineup. And it was pretty cool. I'd be sitting there, the other guys would be like, what a fucking millennial.
Yeah.
I'm just like talking to my Gen Z. Am I Gen Z?
Yeah,
I'm Gen Z.
Yeah, I remember like the coolest feature for an Apple Watch is if you got the cellular service like you did.
Yeah.
And you could connect it to your phone, so you just wouldn't need your phone at all near you.
Yeah.
And you would just you could connect your headphones to it too. So it's like I could go on runs and my headphones would connect to my watch.
Biggest L. Spotify can't do that.
No.
And that's where my only downside to Spotify users is we cannot. They might have fixed it because I haven't used it in a couple months. I know they were working on it, but you couldn't run Spotify just off your Apple Watch. And that's my biggest pet peeve ever, running with my iPhone.
I hate it.
I have to put it in my hand, and then I'm running, and then you know what? My OCD. This is gonna sound so fucked up. Don't judge me. This hand can't be like this, and this one have a phone. So I have to switch them and even them out and then my hand's sweating. So I gotta let this hand dry, and then I'm putting in this. It's and then I'm counterbalanced.
Yep.
I'm probably not working my muscles evenly because I've got a weight in this hand.
Yep.
BS.
When you run, do you close your fists?
No, they're like soft.
Okay.
No.
No,
that would look funny.
I noticed the other day,
I
I noticed the other day on our run, I was like, that's kind of weird. My hands are clenched.
That's weird.
I didn't it threw me off for a second. I almost had to stop and be like, why?
What do I do with this?
Yeah, what are you doing?
You run like this.
I run like this. I run like I'm about to I run like yeah, like an old
like
Super Mario.
you're on ice.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know why I do it. I just run like that, and I'm like, why am I squeezing?
Yeah, you should not do that.
Yeah, it's really weird.
You know what, dude? Be you.
It was
Don't change
It
you.
concerned me though. I can tell you that. I was concerned for myself, my safety.
I'm just sitting here thinking this was the greatest podcast ever because we had topics.
It did not happen.
Things that just this literally felt like we've been talking for 10 minutes.
See, this is one of the things that's fun is it hit us the other night that we got asked a question, but we talked so much in the morning we couldn't answer the question.
At night, yeah.
At night, it was weird. It was like
someone said what are your three
that was the question.
most
Identical.
interesting facts about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, my brain shut down.
I died. I was like, wait a minute. I don't.
I
know what
swear
to
I'm
talk
interesting.
About. Yeah.
I swear I'm
There's
interesting.
something there.
I know right now, you put me on the spot, now I look like a boring fuck.
And the funny part is you and I looked at each other like, I know some interesting things about you.
I know. I was like, listen, I just don't know how to think about myself.
Yeah, I can tell you interesting things all day.
I feel like you've got more prominent ones, though. Me, I kind of forget.
Not really. Mine are just kind of like there.
I would have said French, scootering. I used to ride scooters professionally.
Mm-hmm.
French, scootering. I don't fucking know what else I even said. It's prominent. You broke your neck.
Mm-hmm.
We need to tell that story in one of these pods.
Eventually.
We'll tell it on your pod, on the Scotty pod. What was the other one you said?
My tattoo, my first tattoo.
First tattoo.
Yep.
No, there was another one.
There was another one. What was the other one?
That was the other one I knew.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, right now, our brains are a little fried from the pod. We
Yeah.
didn't need a break yesterday. That's why today's pod, you'll kind of know when we're refreshed because the pod will show that we're, this morning we were refreshed.
Yeah.
And now our brains are toasting.
Yeah, exactly. We need church.
I need coffee.
And church.
And Jesus.
Lots of Jesus.
I need Jesus.
All right.
Dude, last night. So,